when I never got charged with essaying anybody. I never essayed anyone in my life, let alone my own kids. And that's what they say in your comment section, bro. That's why I said your video need to go down, bro. You got 4 million followers, bro. And you a white man, bro. And I'm not trying to sit here. I'm not saying you being a white man is a bad thing. I'm saying like you got the power. You got the power. You got the privilege, bro. In this scenario, I ain't got the power. You do.
All right. So yeah, I mean, I will take down that video for sure. Again, I mean, this is, I mean, as somebody, I'm sure somebody will tell you, it's like I've done this before, and it's I acted too hastily without thinking, and sometimes, yeah, I get up in my feelings about something, and especially when it has to do with kids, because I am a dad and everything, and I did not think it through, and I don't know if you were here when I said that, what, I wish I would have went and talked to him first. I literally said that in the chat. It's like, what, I should
No,
have went and
I
talked to him
no, I
first.
seen it. I seen it. I seen you say that. That's why I sent the request up.
Oh, okay.
And you literally came up on my FYP. I was like, you know what? Since he ain't come to me, I'm gonna go to him because I ain't no scary ass bitch. I ain't
Okay.
scary. You get what I'm saying? Like I ain't scared of nobody, especially behind no phone, bro. Like if
Yeah.
I got an issue, I'm gonna talk to you about it man to man. You feel
Yeah.
me? And like I said, I understand why you made the video because I'm familiar with your content. I've known about you for years. Me and my family know about you. Like you're mad popular on this app, bro. And I know you're mad popular because you defend children, you defend women who go through DV. That's your thing. You're an advocate for that, right? All I'm saying is, bro, when you speak on black folks with charges, you just might want to look into it just a little bit more because not every black person you see is a quote unquote criminal just because they got a charge or they pleaded guilty to something. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before I pled guilty to the child abuse charge, I've never been arrested in my life, ever. I've never been in handcuffs. I've never been none. I've never been thrown in a jail cell, nothing. I've always stayed away from trouble. Always. And after I pled guilty to child abuse, guess how many times I've been in trouble? Zero. I've never been to jail. I've never been locked up. I might have got two speeding tickets, but they're paid off. That's it, bro.
Yeah.
And
No.
I probably owe a little bit of money to the IRS, but that's another conversation for another day. But
That's,
I've never broken the law, bro. Ever.
yeah. I mean,
10 years
and
without like
once I really realized that like you're not like a career criminal, and it's not like you've been to jail like 20 umpteen times for this, that, and the third.
no.
That's where, I mean, because this was the only thing anybody was ever talking about to me, and so when you came out with your video and you explained it and everything like that, that I think that was the big part of why I was just like, oh shit, I'm inclined to believe him, because I mean, this is not something that's regular. This is not, he's not a career criminal by any sort of means, and again, I've had it happen to me. So I mean, so I do owe you and your wife and your child a massive apology. I should have not put it in that situation at all. I should not brought all this up without talking to you first and getting your perspective behind it,
I
and your
appreciate that.
story behind it. That is, damn it, Quinn. I sometimes let my mouth run before my brain thinks.
No,
So
you good. You good. Listen, again, you've been through what I've been through. Being accused of shit, that's some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like people went as far. They went so far. They obtained a audio recording from when I was in court for this 10 years ago. And it literally doxes my son's name, bro.
oh Jesus.
And it's the prosecutor, right?
Mhm.
Prosecuting, basically naming off the things that allegedly happened. Well, not allegedly, the things that happened to my son about the healing fractures, how they think it happened, and why they believe it was me. People take that audio, they probably gonna send it to you. But they took that audio and made it seem like, oh, this is where JT admitted to it. No, I didn't. I didn't admit to nothing I ain't do. You fucking crazy? It was a court hearing with the prosecutor. You've been to court. You know what I'm talking about. That one hearing when the prosecutor presents the evidence to the judge and the prosecutor's like, this is what we believe happened. This is what we believe how it happened, and this is why we think it was him.
Yeah.
They got that audio recorded and they illegally obtained it, bro, 2 years ago and put it on the internet.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Ah, damn. Bless.
Yeah, but yeah, anyway, I appreciate the apology. I'm gonna take that video down of you when I mentioned the allegations that you went through. I'll take that shit down now. But the initial video where I responded to, where I explained my charges, you don't mind if I keep that one up, right?
No, no, no. That one,
Because I don't want to keep making videos explaining why the hell I pled guilty to something I ain't do. Because I'm
yeah,
tired of explaining it.
right. And you don't mind if I keep my other video up, the one where I said I'm inclined to believe him because of this.
Yes. You can keep that one up. Yeah, just the original one. You might want to take that down, bro. Because Black TikTok, they was about to be on your ass. Black TikTok was about
Hey,
to
I
be
don't need
on your
mamas coming
ass.
after me now. I know
Yeah,
they
they
can
was
get
about
messy
to
with it.
light
They can
that
get
ass
me.
up. Cause because they heard about what you allegedly went through too. They was about to be on that ass, and they was waiting for me to give them the go. I was like, nah, chill. Let me talk to him first. That's why I tried to bring you in my live yesterday to squash your shit, but you
Yeah.
ain't pull up. So
Sorry.
I'm glad I saw. That's why I'm saying I'm glad I saw you on the FYP, and I'm like, you know, fuck it. Let me come up in this motherfucking box and talk to him and dead this shit. Because I can tell you came from a genuine place when you did what you did. But bro, you gotta hit a nigga up, bro. If you feel like I did something, bro, hit me up, my nigga. Like, come on, bro. Damn.
Fair.
Uh,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that was one of the very first things I said when I got on here is like, shit, I should have talked to him first. That is my fault. You know, you know,
Jesus. All right, bro. Let me hop up out of here. Let me go on my own live.
all right, man. And that class is how you de-escalate a situation and you talk like men. And again, like I said, I'm not one of these people who just, no, he did it. I'm convinced, right? I'm not like that. When he posted his video and he said, this is what happened, it really struck a chord with me. I was like, holy shit. I literally have a DV charge because of this. Okay. I have a DV charge because my wife and I, we were going through hell. You know, I was drinking all the time. I was not faithful to my wife. I was doing dumb shit, right? And one night, her and I, we got into it. We got into a screaming match back and forth and everything like that. I told her to get the hell out of my house, you know, and then she said, well, I'm taking the kids. And I said, no, you're not. It was a whole big thing. And I ended up telling my wife something horrible. I told her that I was going to call immigration. Those words left my fucking mouth. I told my wife, I'm going to call immigration on you if you try and take my kids. And naturally, you know, my wife got fearful and she got scared. And if I was in a weaponized law, so was she. And she did. Now, I never went and did that. I never called immigration or anything. I never did it. But, you know, she called it in and, you know, put out that story to the police officers. I got arrested for it, you know, and I was going to fight it all the way down. And then my wife and I, we ended up actually talking it out and I realized that I needed to quit drinking. I needed to chill on different things. I needed to be more faithful, a more man of God, you know, especially in my marriage and to my children. So, you know, I had a lot of things that I needed to work on. So as I'm going through this whole court process, my wife and I end up getting back together. Now, there was somebody, one of her friends, somebody who let the prosecutors or the police or whoever know that I was around my wife. Now, anybody who been charged with DV or whatever, you know that you have an order of protection. You can't be around them. You can't go near them. Right? So somebody called it in, and I got popped for that. But anyway, so my wife and I are back together. We're trying to work things out, right? And the prosecutor, and again, I don't even have a public defender at this point in time because I had nothing. I had no money. Even though they said I had money, I didn't have money. They were like, oh, you got a full-time job. Well, yeah, well, rent blows. You know, bills suck. So anyway, I didn't even have the public defender, and the prosecutor came in and they acted like they were my best fucking friend in the world. They're like, look, we understand what's going on and you may think this or feel this way, and we get you. We're here with you. We just want to make this as fair as possible. So we don't want to put you in jail. We don't. Right? She's like, but, you know, somebody's got to go to jail. And it's either you or it's your wife or it's her. Somebody's got to go to jail. and they weaponized my wife's immigration status. They're like, oh, we see she's a permanent resident. If she's caught lying to the cops or whatever, blah, 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 then we can have her taken back. And I later on, I found out that wasn't even true. They have no authority of that whatsoever for immigration status. They have no fucking authority about that. I wish I had an attorney at that point in time. But so they're like, but if it's you, if you're going to plead guilty to this, no jail time. We don't want to put you in jail. No jail time. We'll put you on probation. You got to complete a couple of classes, and then that's it. And then you're done. No jail time. But if you fight this, and you're either going to win and you get to walk out, or you're going to lose. And then you can be looking at several years behind bars, which I later found out again, that wasn't true. The maximum was a year because it was a misdemeanor. Right. So it was just like, dude, these people, prosecutors love bullying people. They love putting fear into people, right? Just because their conviction rating goes up and then they can get better jobs and shit like that. So they use that kind of fear. And I didn't want my wife to get in trouble because my wife and I we were good. We were back together and we were good. But fast forward until like 6 months ago, I opened my fat fucking mouth before thinking it through. Right. And then, somebody pulls this and whatever, and it just shocks so many people. So many people, it just, holy hell, right? And it actually got to the point where I was telling my wife, just stay out of it. I can handle my own. But it got to so bad that my wife, she even put out a video saying, I lied. This never happened. Quinn never hurt me. He never raped me. He never did any of the things that I said that he did. It was a lie. And there were so many people who were just like, oh, she needs to go to prison. No, my wife and I, we worked our shit out. We're good. We're better. We're stronger than we were like 4 or 5 years ago. We're better and stronger than that. So, I mean, that's why when King Genty told me his story and what had happened, I'm like, you know what? I know what that's like. I got bullied. I got persuaded. I got fear-mongered into taking a charge that I shouldn't have. If I would have had proper legal representation, or any legal representation, in fact, I don't think I would have had those charges whatsoever. Nobody would be able to pull this shit up on me, ever. And especially since it was the first deal that the prosecuting attorney made me. Like, it was the first thing that they put in front of me, and I said, okay, no jail time. I was scared of going to jail. That's all it was. I knew I didn't do it, but, this judge already thought that I already did. I didn't know how the whole legal process crap worked. I was scared and mindless, so I took the charge. No jail time, year of probation, fine. So that's kind of where I really understood where Genty was coming from. So